Hey guys!
Come on, be quiet.
Welcome back to MVA Today. I'm Brian Liu.
And I'm Emily Martin.
You may be seeing a lot of more pink this month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. For one MVA student, it takes on a different meaning.
You probably know someone who has had cancer. 1 in 8 women will develop invasive breast cancer over their lifetime. One of our fellow students, Gerald Vargas, is willing to share his mom's story.
There was an evening and I was studying like normally in study hall, and I received a call from my dad, and he said, Gerald, your mom is in the hospital and she needs a surgery because she have like a little balls in her breast. So I was like surprising about it. And then that night I couldn't sleep any minute, like I didn't sleep.
Many restless nights would follow when he heard the news about his mom.
I have this picture of my mom. This is the only thing that I had to look at her and to motivate me, myself.
And motivation it was. For Gerald, being away from his mom was the hardest thing to go through.
It was hard because when you realize that your mom is away from you and you can do nothing about it, you cannot go home and be with her. The only thing that you can do is do your best, make her proud of you, and that's it. That's the only thing that you can do.
That proud moment happened at last year's Mass when Gerald won the tournament's Most Valuable Player award.
I remember that I got the MVP and the best 11 from the Mast. So I came to her and told her, Mom, this is all for you. This is the only thing that I can give it to you right now. And she said, thank you, but I want you to come back because you are the only one with the ability to help me, to help your father, and to help your family. Those words, I will never forget that. Never.
I'm here with Shafa. Shafa, what is going on with Key Club and helping support Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
This year, Key Club is raising funds for breast cancer. Every year, Making Strides holds an annual walk that raises funds and creates awareness of this disease. So, for the first time ever, Montverde Academy Key Club is going to take their members to the walk, and we've raised funds over the course of since the beginning of the school year. So, we hope to keep this tradition going on annually because it's such a strong disease that impacts so many people, and Key Club really wants to help the community. So we're very, very excited to be part of the breast cancer family.
I will be really happy to the day of the graduation, look at her. I'm pretty sure she's gonna cry because it's her dream. So I want to look at her and say to her that she's done. She beat cancer.
And I'm Delaney Crumblish reporting for MVA Today.
Thanks, Delaney.
As some of you may have heard, Mr. Clapper is hosting a trip titled Boston and the Revolution that runs from November 14th to the 17th. For those interested, the trip will be visiting many key historical sites all over the most historic regions involved in America's war for independence, including the Old North Church, Bunker Hill, and the USS Constitution. In addition to these historical places, guests will tour Fenway Park, home of the Boston Red Sox, as well as the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. The total cost of the trip, which includes some meals and a ton of other great activities, is $1,039 if 25 or more students sign up. If you need any extra info, see Mr. Clapper.
This Friday, October 11th, we will have our second half day of the year. In addition to having a half-day Friday, we also have student holiday on this upcoming Monday for Columbus Day. Columbus Day is celebrated in the U.S. and in many other countries all around the world due to Christopher Columbus' arrival in the Americas in 1492 and effectively began the New World. This weekend also marks the final weekend before the end of the first grading period. So it's your last chance to get your grades up to get you out of the study hall into Student Center. Enjoy getting some well-deserved rest over the weekend and come back ready to finish the first quarter strong.
Last week, the U.S. government went into a shutdown, and to comment on that, we are going to live our senior political correspondent, Molly Callahan.
Thank you, Emily. As many of you may have heard and ignored, the federal government of the United States of America is in a period of shutdown. What does this mean? For starters, you've got to understand the very old piece of paper that Nicolas Cage tried to steal in that Disney movie. Obviously, I'm talking about the Constitution. In that document, along with the sections that give me freedom of speech and the right to a fair trial, there's a section that tells Congress the one thing that it has to do, and that thing is pay its bills. Now, if Congress does not pay its bills, then certain things run by the government stop functioning. Some things like national parks close, and other things like members of Congress getting their paychecks continue normally. So why did the government shut down? Well, President Obama signed the Affordable Care Act, which provides access to health care for millions of uninsured Americans. It actually took effect last week. Republicans in the House of Representatives do not want the act, also known as Obamacare, to go into effect and have voted against it 40 times. Well, in an attempt to get Mr. Obama to get rid of his health plan, the one that went into effect last week, literally 8 days ago, the House refused to pay their bills, shutting down the government. By the way, they had already agreed to pay those bills, but skipped on the idea because they obviously need to go back to kindergarten and learn how to play nice. This is where I say you had one job, Congress. I understand that you are not happy about government-funded health care, but unfortunately the Supreme Court deemed the Affordable Care Act constitutional. That means that it's now a law, and it took effect the same day of the shutdown. I'm not saying that Obamacare is perfect in every way, but I think it's time that everyone realizes that it's here to stay, which leads me to my final point. If pro is the opposite of con, is Congress the opposite of progress, or did I just blow your mind? Molly Callahan signing off.
Now it's time for sports with Rodrigo Zampieri.
The Lady Eagles varsity soccer team played a friendly match against FC America this past Saturday, ending with a win of 2-1 and a loss of 0-1. The varsity football team played last week against First Academy in Leesburg and won 23-0. They have a home game this Friday against Melbourne Central Catholic at 7. The girls varsity volleyball team played Monday against Mountain Dora Bible and yesterday against OCP, and they have a home game tomorrow against Pine Castle Christian 5. The varsity swim team has a meet tomorrow against both Intermediate Prep and Trinity Prep. The boys varsity golf team will have their last match of the season against First Academy tomorrow. The cross country team will have a meet this Friday at the Walt Disney World Cross Country Classic. Also, the SEMA program is going on a trip to Clemson University this weekend to play a number of friendly matches and get a taste of the college experience. That's all for sports. I'm Rodrigo Zampieri.
Thanks, Rodrigo. As part of our series in which we visit MVA faculty who lives in the same houses as students, we took a trip over to Coach Proscott's house to get some footage with his SEMA students. Roll the footage, control room.
Hello, I'm here with Coach Proscott to talk about how it is to live off campus with a teacher. Hey Coach, how are you?
Doing well. How about yourself, Federico?
Really good. Hey Coach, I wanted to ask you how is it to live with these guys that don't speak English?
It's very interesting. It's a very enlightening experience. It's very hard sometimes to communicate with them. However, we get through it. I have help from Juan Martin, Patrick. They help me translate, but also it's good to actually speak to the guys. Someone like Malik did not know any English when he got here, but now Malik is starting to pick it up because every day I try to speak to them. I say hello to them. I introduce myself. I say stuff in English, and if they do not understand, then I let somebody help to translate it.
Interesting. Hey Malik, what is your experience with Coach Proscott in the house?
Good.
Okay, thank you Malik. Now, Patrick, How is your experience being the personal translator for Coach Prosco?
Actually, it's really fun. Now I get to translate. Last year, Happy was doing it for me, and this year, I'm doing it for other people. So I think it's really cool. It's really nice.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that about wraps things up for this week's MVA Today. For myself and the rest of the students in the TVCO broadcasting course in the Siemens Media Arts building, I'm Brian Liu.
And I'm Emily Martin. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Eagles!